Hi, welcome to week 2. This week we're talking about copyright. Boring, right? Annoying, yes. However, it's very important. No one hated copyright any more than me. Let me explain. I had a dance studio for many, many years, and I would have to pay for the music, and then I would also have to pay hundreds, sometimes over $1,000 per year to the government, just so that I could use the music I've paid for in my dance recitals. Every year the bill arrived, I was annoyed and I would grumble about it to my husband, but in the end I had to pay it because that was the only way that I could legally use the music in my dance recitals. However, I had a moment in my teaching career with the dance studio that completely changed my perspective on copyright. Let me explain. I had a competitive dance team, and I would work hundreds upon hundreds of hours working on the choreography for a routine for the competitions. I would work on where the dancers are going to stand, what movements they're going to do, the costumes they were going to wear, how the music was going to be edited, all of that. And so I had this routine. The theme was airlines, and the girls were stewardess, and it was, I put a lot of effort into this. I even paid a DJ to do a blurb in the middle to keep the audience engaged. We went to competition in St. John, won gold. Everybody's happy. We came home. Yeah, the trophy, Then, 6 months later, we went to another dance competition. Another dance school was getting up to do their performance, and it was the same routine. It was my routine done by another dance school. And I felt like I had been robbed because my intellectual property was taken. The teacher that taught the routine had recorded it at the previous dance competition, and she profited because she was charging people to teach them my routine. And I had grounds to sue her because it was my intellectual property and I could prove it. However, I chose not to take that route. But it was one of those moments that really changed my viewpoint about copyright. So let me try to explain it to you. Do you create media? Do you like to create YouTube tutorials or videos? Maybe you like to take pictures. Maybe you like to do music edits. Maybe you're a hockey player who has created this really cool hockey move and you'd like to receive credit for it. Maybe you're an artist and you're going to paint a painting. Wouldn't you want to be compensated for that? So that is why we have our copyright laws here in Canada and in the US. So when you're downloading a video or you're downloading an MP3, you're taking someone else's property, and if you don't give them credit for it, that's like stealing. Because that's exactly how I felt when that person had used my routine, my idea, my choreography for their own personal use. And there was nowhere that said, hey, this was created by Nicole Smith. So I want to share this story with you because I take copyright very, very seriously for that reason. So when you are doing an assignment for me, if it's a picture that you've copied from the internet, all you have to do is give me the link. So if you're working on an assignment, you're going to finish your assignment, you're going to have images, and then you're just going to give me the links. I'm okay with that. Universities might want something different. You'll know how to do it when you get to that point because you're going to have to do it for everything else. But if you do a researched piece, you use an article off the internet, you're going to insert a video, those type of things, you need to create citations. I have a really easy way to do it. When I went back to university, I used to create a whole document, and as I'd come to an article, I would copy the link to the article, put it at the end of my essay, and then at the end, I had this cool website where I would go through and I would just type all my citations and they'd spit them out, all pre-made. So I've included a tutorial on that. If you look on the news feed under copyright, there's a tutorial on how to easily and quickly create citations. A lot of my high school students have come back from university saying that that has been a valuable resource for them. So you'll want to bookmark it. I also want to take a moment to go over the checklist, so give me a moment, I'm going to change the view. So where I want you to go right now is to the checklist. and click Media Studies Checklist. Now, if you go through what was due the first week, which was your first week of school, you should have completed all of these items. Complete the assignment. Copyright is the one that will be graded. Is it late if you haven't handed it in by this point? Absolutely not. What I want you to do is look at weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of those assignments have to be handed in by October 13th. So the course is set up that yes, you can work at your own pace, but the checklist will make the pace of the class tolerable. Because let me tell you what's going to happen. If you, watch a few YouTube videos or talk to your neighbor or skip out on class a little bit early too many times, you're going to arrive to this week here and you're going to go, I have a whole bunch of work to do, and then panic sets in. And that's when the emails start with me, or the pager message. Can I have an extension? Can I have an extension? Well, I can tell you now that unless there's extenuating circumstances, I don't grant extensions. If you come into the class 2-3 weeks late, absolutely. If there's been a death or an illness, absolutely. But this checklist is just to let you keep pace with the class so that when October 13th arrives, those assignments are already done and you can, move on to the next few weeks. Okay? So for this week coming up, week 2, you're going to begin the discussion, the ethics of constructed realities. So of course you're going to read in module 1 the information prior to doing the discussion. Please make sure in discussions you have to write your discussion piece. Make sure you read the description because I'm looking for those points. Have you answered the things in that ethics of constructed reality description? And when you answer the 2 replies to classmates, what you need to do is ask a question. It's nice to say, oh, I totally agree with you, but give them something to think about, okay? Pick something out of their post that you thought was really insightful or made you think of something differently and write about it and ask them a question. Okay, so I'm going to look at the discussion group, but also I want you to make you aware that if you go to the Twitter feed, and that is your widget down here, and you click on this, and all you have to do is click follow. And that way I post updates. If I see an article and I'm like, oh, that pertains to what we're doing in class, I'll put it in the Twitter feed. Okay, but right now I want to show you very quickly how you get to the discussions. Everybody should have already completed this part, but your first one is the ethics of constructed realities. So when it says do you agree or disagree, why or why not? So you're going to give me your opinion. I like it if you justify it with something within the course or something that you've read online. So your original post must be a minimum of 150 words. 150 to 200 is average. And your reply must be 50 words. Yeah, I agree does not give you any points. Okay? There's a rubric here that you can read, and you're going to start a new thread, answer it, and then you will go, once a thread is there, you click reply, and you can answer your classmates. So I hope you find the pace tolerable. It is if you follow the checklist. Please don't hesitate to send me any questions you may have, because the last thing, I've been a classroom teacher, I've been a local facilitator, and I've been an online teacher. And I hate to see students sitting stuck, not knowing how to maneuver through the course, or not knowing how to do an activity, or how to find the discussion group, or how to do this. Just send me a note. That's what I'm here for. Okay, it's my job to help you, guide you through this course. So don't hesitate to contact me. I wish you all the best of luck, and page me if you have any questions.